So we've got a value bomb of a video. So this content ecosystem generates high ticket clients through your personal brand. Now this is a secret proven method to success in the real online business. Whether you're in the agency space, doing a few little nitty gritty freelancing stuff, the kind of real online business is always through some sort of personal brand, longevity, scaling. If you don't have a personal brand, you are really missing out. So again, depending on, no matter what you're working in, this video will be super, super valuable to you. And no, this is not a video where I'm just telling you to make content, tell you to do this and build a personal brand. It is exactly then how you monetize it, the three kind of core pillar system that you use, and everything in between. I don't want to waste time. I want us to be super quick, to the point, and valuable. So this video is based on the three core pillars of a content ecosystem. So that is attract, nurture, and convert. So I'll break down all of them. If you don't know me, just real quick, my name's Cameron. I run a 5-figure web design agency and also the New Wave, which is a community which is completely free. You can join in the first link in the description. A group of like-minded kind of entrepreneurs like yourself who want to make an online business. So that's a little Discord community. You can join that down below, again, completely free. So attracting eyeballs. So the goal of attraction is getting eyeballs on your content and then creating inbound interest. So this is a little diagram. This is going to be your content funnel. So you have three types of content that you're going to be putting out. So this is more towards kind of YouTube long form and valuable info. So you got top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So the top of funnel, or TOF, is your awareness and your reach. So the whole goal of this is to capture mass attention and inspire people to take interest in your world, okay? So the target audience they're just a cold audience. They're people who don't know you yet, who haven't seen your content, and you kind of target a more broader audience to get those people in. So the whole content vibe is more of like a lifestyle, motivation, money, entertainment, kind of selling that dream of online business and where you get up to day to day. Because again, that's super broad. It's not talking about exactly what you're working on, how you're making that money. It is awareness and reach, getting people into your top of funnel. So the actual content types, lifestyle and wealth, motivational, entertaining. You're probably, and I'm going to give you some real world kind of examples in a second as well. But the pod of a day in the life videos are probably the best example of this. So people who work in certain business models, those videos are not always showing exactly what they're working on, but you see their lifestyle, you see the money they're getting and generating. So a few examples of video titles. So I got rich at 20 and bought my dream car in Miami. You made 200K this month, but still not satisfied. You're only one action away from a new life. That's more motivational. Excuse me. And the call to action strategy is you don't want to sell people right there, but you want to get them curious and then hook them into your middle of funnel content. So you're capturing this attention, but you're not selling yet. So it's all to get them into, again, right here, the middle of funnel. Now this is engagement and authority. So the whole goal is to educate while still selling that dream and mixing kind of motivation and tactics. So it's a mix of lifestyle, but also showing a little bit more of what you're working on and exactly how you do this. So your target audience would be people who are followers or maybe have already seen one or two videos and are somewhat interested in what you do. So content vibe now is a mix of lifestyle, real strategies, and tangible frameworks. So content style, so talking, breakdowns of your business, behind the scenes of your the systems and what you do, a little bit of info on maybe Instagram story, education, webinars, Twitter. So examples of videos would be how I generate 15K plus in high ticket clients every month. This one shift will change how you get clients. My agency hit 6 figures this month, follow this framework. And the call to action strategy is now we're warming them up and getting some more information. So we're still not directly selling, but we're getting a lot more engagement in terms of soft offers. So you might be giving out some lead magnets, some free training, some PDF. You may have a free community. Ideally, the middle of funnel content is where you're going to be pitching these type of soft offers. Now we get down to the most important one, and all of this means nothing if you don't get this right, our bottom of funnel. So this is value driven and tactical. The whole goal of this is to convert hot leads by proving you're the best at what you do. So our target audience is people who have been watching you, have seen videos, have kind of gone down the rabbit hole on your channel. They trust you, and now they're actively looking for a solution in what you work in your industry. Okay, so content vibe. It's not all trying to be flashy, retention, editing. It's a video very similar to this actually. So it's in-depth, valuable, and it's talking directly to your client getting education. It's not showing them, it's talking directly to them. So screen share tutorials, again, like this. I'm walking through a business strategy in depth. Long form YouTube case studies. So I also did this recently, an hour and a half video. Basically, it was a podcast with someone who does a 30K per month agency, and both of us were kind of talking about how we got into it, what we did, so stuff like that. But then also, if you may be working with clients, you can do that for case studies as well. A bit more like kind of results. Free courses. So again, that's a little bit more kind of like premium content. So it's the exact same information, but you're packaging it and the production's a little bit better. So examples. So now you're talking exactly step by step what you're doing. So how to generate high ticket clients with Facebook ads step by step. That's just an example. The high ticket funnel that generated 100K in 6 months. Live call reviews of someone's name. How I fix his client's offer. Again, or just depending on kind of what you're selling through your personal brand. And now this call to action strategy. So it's a final push, the direct CTA to apply to work with you. They can DM, they can book a call. I'm going to get into a little bit exactly how you do this depending on what your offer is like kind of structured as, and also deep into this as well. So and this is exactly like the content ecosystem we're talking about. So using ManyChat, which is kind of the social media marketing automation tool. So that's when you see people say, oh, want to learn my system, DM me clients for details, or comment this on my post, I'll send you this guide. We can also use it to qualify leads with forms as well. Now, to give you an example of all of this, so exactly what do these videos look like? Firstly, I'll show you a creator you probably are aware of. This is Brez Scales, and this is his content funnel. Give me one second, I'm just going to click off. Oh, there we go. All right, yeah, you can see we got a lot to go through today. So Brezgal's content funnel. The top of funnel is a good example. Down here, not so much. So you can see he works as kind of basically he runs a social media marketing agency. So he runs ads for clothing brand owners and takes a commission of the sales they generate. But you see his top of funnel videos that have a lot more views, and I'm sure have then generated him so many opportunities and clients. Aren't really anything about exactly the business model. Sure, you might be talking about money and getting rich. So you made 175K this month at 20, but still can't sleep. I bought a 2024 M3 comp and crashed it. The real reality of getting rich. See, so these type of videos would all be classified as top of funnel. And then people they see this lifestyle and they want to go, oh, well, how's he doing this? They go a bit deeper into, his videos where, again, usually this would be a mix. So a bit of lifestyle, but also talking more about exactly, I do this with clothing brands. This is how I made this. But then as you get down to the bottom, you'd be more kind of course videos and exactly talking to your ideal audience, your client who you would like to work with. So how to sign your first freelance brand scaling client, A to Z guide. Okay. Another kind of example, I don't know if you've watched many of my videos, but this is my kind of content funnel. Again, these are the best examples. So I just released this video a few days ago, and this is purely a top of funnel content. I have a bit of business and some game in there as well, but really it's more like a lifestyle, more of a POV, a vlog. This video down here, same thing. It is more of a vlog. It's not a sit down talk video, but I also share a lot of work on the laptop and showing exactly what I do. And then down here, this is purely just value based. I'm not showing any of my life, no bullshit like that. It's all exactly what I said, so the new way to get web design clients in 2025 without outreach. So I hope that kind of makes sense, but this is really just a tip of the iceberg. So that is the attract stage. So that's how we want to attract our audience with these top, middle, and bottom of funnel contents. Okay, so now that we nailed the funnel content, we're going to dive deep into the nurturing phase. So this is how we quickly bring people into your ecosystem. We make you stand out and we build trust fast. And then we will break down converting into sales, scaling your offer, bringing in appointment setters, stuff like that. So nurturing leads. So you have to make yourself stand out and be memorable. With so much content out there, the goal isn't just to get followers, it's to pull them deeper into your world instantly. To be honest, it's not really about followers at all. Sure, with authority and helping to get more followers and more clients, but at the end of the day, we want clients and sales, not followers. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many followers you have. If you can't nurture them and convert them, it means nothing. So the first strategy is to create a signature welcome for new followers, and especially as you kind of build your brand and you're a bigger creator and more authority in the niche, this will help a lot. So the goal is immediately engage with every new follower and bring them into your ecosystem. So this is by auto DMing every new follower. Now, if you have a small kind of account, you're not getting many followers, you may want to qualify. Maybe you don't want to send it to certain people if you're still kind of small and it might be people you know. You can just record this video once and then just send it manually, but realistically you can set it up with ManyChat to within an hour. I think probably an hour is the perfect time to do it. I'll explain why. But you are basically going to send them a welcome video, a talking head video. I have an example of this as well right here. I'll show you in a sec, where you're saying, look, hey, Cameron, thank you for giving me the follow, and you're not pitching them, but you're kind of getting them to talk, so if you have any questions, maybe work as an agency owner, maybe you want to get into personal branding, you just shoot me a text. I'll be happy to talk to you back and forth a little bit. What you're doing is you're not just pitching saying, hey, are you interested in this? I have this course. Instead, what you're doing is you're getting them to engage with you, and they also say, look, 80% of people never expect an actual video, maybe a text, but never an actual video from a creator, even though we know this is automated. The way it sounds is it sounds like you made it directly to them. That's why I said, especially to do it within an hour. You don't want it instantly because it's as obvious as automated, but you also don't want to wait too long. So anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour would be the perfect time. Keep it short, under 45 seconds. And why this works, so again, almost nobody does this. It sets you apart immediately. It creates that real connection. Again, they're seeing your face, they're saying who you are, you're talking, and you're a real person rather than just being another content creator. And people engage way more when they see faces in DMs. So this is a little example of the automation. So you can set up a ManyChat, so new follower on Instagram, sending nurture video within say 30 minutes. Now, I can't play this on here. If you want to get this video, just follow me on Instagram in the bio, in the description at Cameron Jeans, and you will see an example of exactly how this works. And we can also talk back and forth a little bit, me and you as well. You can also do this not just for Instagram, but everything. So say you have a free Discord community. So when someone joins the community, again, 20, 30 minutes, you can send that nurture video. Maybe you're big on X, you want to do it to all your socials. And again, this is all done with ManyChat. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So really, it's all about nurturing is, okay, they've engaged with your content, they've followed you, they've commented on a post. Now we have to nurture them. So we have to send a welcome video. You can also provide a lot of free value. So, hey, I can see you're also got an agency if you do a little bit of time looking at their profile. I actually made this free guide that dives deep into XYZ on how it helps agencies. You know what I mean? It's all about nurturing them. So, strategy 2 is to hook them into your best content immediately. This isn't as important as the first one, but when someone follows you, they're most interested in the first 24 to 48 hours, and this is when you want to get them hooked on your best content. Again, that's going back to why we want to quickly send that video over. We got to be quick, we got to move fast. So, step 1, again, I'm just going to be quick through this, but pin your best content for new followers to binge. This is more kind of for Instagram, so when you're funneling people to your Instagram, which again, a lot of the time is what you're going to want to be doing. So you can have Instagram story highlights, like start here with your best content, you're giving out some value, maybe doing a little bit of a pitch in there. You can auto DM a list of your best resources as well. So that's what I'm talking about. It's not always a welcome video. You can then build off that and send some value. You can actually technically automate kind of your whole conversations in ManyChat, but again, you have to do a little bit of a time investment if you really want some good results, and I promise you it's worth it. And this is all, and again, inviting easier to get into a free community as well. So maybe someone followed you on Instagram if they saw the video, but they didn't join your community, so you can push them there as well. This works because it's turning cold followers into warm leads fast, okay? Because they're following you because they like you. Even if you don't really have many posts on Instagram, they like the content you put out, they see you as a valuable person, and they want to join your ecosystem, okay? So then we've got to make sure we're increasing trust and make you the go-to authority in your niche. Now, strategy 3, and this is something I want to make kind of an in-depth video on by itself, daily Instagram story funnels. Now, people underestimate the power of Instagram stories. So every day, your IG story should follow a simple 3-part system. You should be building authority with value, so a quick insight into strategies or client wins. You want to create engagement with polls and quizzes, so get them interacting, and then the soft CDAs. So, for example, you can do a little trick where instead of just saying DM me this to whatever, you do on the first story, you do like a poll or a quiz. You get them to type something, you get them to pick something. It could be super simple, like where do you live or how long have you been working business for. They're tapping the screen, and then the next story is a call to action. So DM me a word if you want details on how to do this. I hope this makes sense, but all in general, even if you're not really using it as a marketing tool, people are following you. You got to keep the eyeballs. You got to get them to know who you are, see your personality, see your life. So doing daily Instagram stories are super, super important. So here's and again, I'll show you a real world example of a creator in a similar industry, but an example of the story flow. So morning, personal story. You can be talking exactly on there. It doesn't have to be edited. It can be easy. So talking about how you started your business. Midday, you can maybe do a quick strategy video, so talking about some client results. And then again, in the evening, you can do some call to actions. It doesn't have to be structured like this. To just break it down simply for you, make sure you are utilizing Instagram stories to show your world, introduce characters, and also use it as a marketing tool. Connect it with ManyChat, get them to DM you words, nurture those leads, okay? Again, this is getting hot leads into DMs faster. And when you do your quizzes, you can qualify people automatically without needing to chat one-on-one. So you can do a quiz or poll where people click and they select, how much are you currently making per month? If that's one of your questions to help qualify. What industry do you work in? But I'm going to give you an example. So a few guys might know Marcel Stam. He's been blown up a little bit more quicker recently. But I've been watching him for a little while and have my eye on his content. Very unique. So you can set up an automation. So when someone answers a quiz on Instagram, you send them like a follow-up message. And I did this because I knew he would have his system set up. So it's super simple. Where you're from? Clicked Australia. Yo, bro, saw you said you was from Australia on my story. Whereabouts you living? See how right now he's obviously going to be pitching me, but he's not pitching me straight away. He's nurturing me. I'll think, oh my God, this guy with over 100,000 followers is responding to me. That's so cool. I'll talk a little bit to him. He'll have his appointment setters set up. But again, just to give you the idea of how this all works and how you want to be nurturing these leads. This is a photo example of, again, you can set up full on like system automations with ManyChat in there as well. So this kind of leads now into the next step of converting into sales. So at the start, and let me just check I'm still recording. We're good, we're recording, OBS going sweet. All right, let me get off of this as well. There we go. All right, cheers. So converting into sales. So at the start, like I said, there's a bit of a time investment. You will have to handle sales yourself until you have that income leverage and you can outsource the closers and setters to scale. But your high ticket offer structure. So what are you going to sell and how are you going to position it? Again, I would like to do a video exactly where I'm going in depth on this, but the goal is to package a service or a coaching offer in a way that's super easy to sell. You want to sell one, maximum two things. Realistically, I shouldn't even say that. You want to be selling one core offer, okay? And we want that to be high ticket, especially if you have a small audience. So what makes a great high ticket offer? Firstly, a clear transformation. So not just features. So not, I'll coach you. I'll help you get 5 ticket clients in 45 days with XYZ method. If not, you get your money back. You know what I mean? A simple framework. So the 3-step content ecosystem. Okay, so you're not just telling them what to do. You want to build yourself a proven system that you give that info off to your client, and obviously a strong return on investment. You have to prove it's worth the money because high ticket, they are paying you a lot of money. So you have to build up case studies, testimonials. If you follow this, you'll make back your 10x investment, okay? Especially with kind of risk reversal. So offering money back guarantees, offering success. So here's an example. Say you do a 3K offer. So you can have a one-on-one coaching call package. So over 4 to 6 weeks, you have a certain amount of coaching calls. You can give them access to your done-for-you systems where they can set up their landing pages, their automations, their DM strategy, their ManyChat, Insta stories, everything. And also, again, if you're a bit bigger and you have some sort of community going, you can have a exclusive group, so lifetime access to there. You can run weekly videos, Q&As in there. Again, I'll do a video, but that is a pretty good example of how you can set up your high ticket service. You can customize it as well. Again, it can be the same offer, like you help whatever, but you can customize it to certain people, and that's where it's really good to actually spend some time at the start in the DMs and doing some marketing. So someone, you may be able to still sell them on maybe just 1 or 2 calls. They don't want a whole program, but you're then not losing that client. You know what I mean? So you can play around with your offers. At the end of the day, you are selling results and helping people with whatever your offer is. So I do want to talk a little bit then about scaling. So eventually you will want to get a sales team. So this is the closers and the setters to take care of this, so you can focus on just doing content and growing your brand. So you want to be able to do it yourself at the start, so you know how to train your setters to handle your IGMs and talk in the same way you would usually respond. So once you have that steady inbound flow of leads, you can have a team member member at least handling the initial conversations, and then you can always take over from there. And again, also the closes. So usually if high ticket, it's not going to be a little bit chat on text, and then boom, you make all this money. They will want to get on a free upfront Zoom call. This doesn't have to be of you. Again, this can be with the closer, and then you can give them a commission. It can all be commission based. Same with the setters as well. And then you can always automate even more, where depending on your offer, leads can go straight to a sales page without doing calls. Usually if high ticket, that's not the case. With low ticket, absolutely. Yeah, like just a simple landing page VSL to check out instead of booking a call. Yeah, just an example if you're doing a cheap course, a funnel and stuff like that. So onto our little kind of summary now, just to make sure this all is making sense. So, content ecosystem summary. So, again, when you look back at all this, it's super simple, but you got to wrap your head around it. So, you want to start off by attracting, nurturing, and converting, okay? You need to make sure you're doing all of these. You don't just want to be making content. You don't just want to be trying to convert without attracting. They all need to work hand in hand with each other. So, you got to attract, which is getting leads into your content ecosystem with the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel content. Then, super important, nurture, especially for a small audience. You have to keep them engaged, okay? DMs, stories, communities, different automations and systems you put in place. And then, at the end of the day, we're doing all this to convert, which is close them on your offer, on the sales calls, and the upsells. That's it for today. I'll try to keep this one a little bit short, a little bit more to the point. Again, this is kind of, I want to do this video first because it's a good overall guide of what I want to get into, which is the personal branding and making content on all of this, okay? So building your brand, doing communities, doing different offers. But I thought this would be good just as an overall kind of understanding that I can really break down, okay, how do you set up these content funnels? How do you set up your ManyChat and doing Instagram DMs? How do you, boom, do this with the quizzes? How do you actually convert and do your offer? I'll be doing that one very soon as well. So it actually helped me a lot if you could just comment and tell me what you would like to, what questions you had, what you would like to learn most. Again, join the free community and you can ask me in there. You can DM me on Instagram, especially if you want to see this video, a good example of what to use. That's it for me. Hope you got a bit of value. Peace out.